hormonal balance. Okay, you can eat unlimited amounts of vegetables, fruits, fresh fruits, meat, fish, plenty of fat. Who's scared of fat? Who was or who is sort of feels guilty for eating fat?
Yeah.
Who buys loads of low fat? Don't be shy, don't be shy. I'll explain what the negative benefits are maybe. With full fat products or low fat products, what happens with companies that processes foods or process the food to put on our shelves, unfortunately the fat is stripped and replaced with other stuff. And what do you think that is? Sugar, additives, sweeteners, aspartame, everything that's toxic to your liver and to your body. Okay? Anything that's toxic to your body is going to cause you to slow the body's functions down and upset your body, how your body runs, and store unwanted body fat in all parts of your body, which is your waist, arms, hips, waist, legs. Okay, unfortunately, you can't tell your body to lose fat off those specific areas, but what you can do is optimise your diet and healthy eating to lose strip fat off those specific areas. Okay, so as evolution came through, man-made foods, processed foods, packaged foods that you buy off our shelves, it upsets the body's natural processes and makes us gain weight. Okay? If you look at pictures from the ancient hunter-gatherers, if you read books about the Stone Age, let's call it the Stone Age. Okay, hunter-gatherer lifestyle, we had to hunt, forage and gather foods. Okay, there was no fat people then, there were no overweight people, lean, fit, athletic people that were healthy. Okay, so unfortunately with all the processed food, low-fat products, sugar is the 21st century disaster. It's causing all the diseases and cancer is a big one. Okay, who suffers from headaches? Who suffers from dips, highs and lows through the day, where you have the sugar cravings, or where you have dips when you're really sluggish? Who finds it hard to get out of bed, for example, in the mornings? You know, if you had a sugary snack night before, you spike your sugar levels up, you come crashing down in the night, you wake up for a wee, and you go back to sleep, restless night's sleep, you wake up with a headache. You know, it's a vicious cycle. It really is. Okay, so it's basically simple as this. When you eat foods that fit your genes or genetics, you'll be able to fit in your genes, basically. Okay, so you need to completely change the way you eat to basically a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. Okay? Unlimited fruits and veg, fresh meat, fresh food, fresh fish, and plenty of fats. Full fat yogurt, full fat hummus. Okay, full fat meat. Don't be shy. Okay. I had a chat with yeah.
How about skimmed milk? Because I hate.
We'll go into that in a second.
Yeah,
go in a second. So when you get your carrots, when you get your apple, when you get your pita bread, don't be shy. Don't feel guilty of having full fat products. Okay? If you're going to have full fat yogurt, just buy the full fat stuff. Don't get low fat. Okay, because it affects your hormones. Enough of that later. So next we have. Your goal today, please, is to just basically stick to an elimination diet, basically cutting out everything that's toxic to your body. I'll go to that in a second. So, I prefer a minimum of 28 days, because it gives you that extra kick your body needs. 14 days is great, just to give your liver a break and to actually get it to do the job right. But 28 days is even better. You achieve far more phenomenal results doing 28 days instead of 14 days. Okay? Once it's complete, so once you've done those 28 or 14 days, it's an 80-20 rule. That doesn't mean when you finish you can go back to your old way of lifestyle. It's about introducing the odd cheat meal here or there. Okay, so once or twice a week, you can have your little something you enjoy, whether it's cheesecake, alcohol, pizza. Okay, I like a nice kebab, for example. I have a kebab once a week. I enjoy it, and I make sure my rest of my week is good. I'm clean. I make fresh fruit and veg, stir fries. Okay, freshly baked foods, nothing processed, nothing bought from the shelves, nothing man-made. Okay, if you can't pronounce what's on the label, don't buy it. It's not good for you, obviously. Right? It's simple stuff. It really is. I mean, you can. I promise you. Yeah. Lose a shed load of weight by just following that. I promise you. Okay. It's not hard. You just have to avoid it. Have willpower. Get rid of all the crap that's in the shelves. Not in shelves. In your house. Sorry. Okay. Get rid of the alcohol, get rid of the chocolate bars, get rid of that naughty treat, even for your kids. Don't feed your kids for a couple of weeks. If it means that you will stick to your plan for the 14 days, do it. You will not regret it. I promise. You will not regret it. You will thank me when you get there. Okay, so this is not a diet. Okay, that's what I said earlier on about a healthy eating plan. This is a new way of life for you. That's why you're here. You want to try and achieve better results, sustainable results, and predictable, long-lasting results, not just your short-term fix. So it becomes a way of life, not a short-term fix. I'm going to say that again, so it's drilled into your heads. You having fun so far? Yeah? Okay, good. So, correct nutrition. So we talked about cleanse, elimination. The correct nutrition, what we have to cut out to help your liver, help your digestive system. Okay, alcohol. Okay, 14 days minimum. No, not a single drop of wine. Not moderation or a little sip might won't hurt. It will affect your body. Okay, it's a pure toxin, pure liquid sugar. Remember I mentioned about insulin? Spikes your insulin up and you just store fat straight away. Okay, unfortunately, as soon as alcohol enters your body, your liver, okay, all it does for the next 24 hours to 48 hours, depending how much you've consumed, all it does is just to work to get rid of alcohol. So zero fat burning during that time. Okay, depending how much you consumed, you can do 24 hours up to 48 hours. That's a fact. Okay, so I got a question last week actually. One of my clients, well, one colleague asked me, he said, going for a run after a night out, sweat it all out, would it make me burn fat? I said, no, sorry love, or sorry friend, but it's not going to happen. Without the sarcasm. Okay, if you go and get pissed the night before, a run Sunday morning is not going to benefit you at all whatsoever. Okay, a litre of water will. Alright? Milk and cheese, okay, we get into the dairy part, the lactose part now. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff you come in contact with, yellow cheese, is processed. Okay, dairy specifically, okay, is highly allergenic and indigested when it's lactose. Again, it's your liver, or not liver, your digestive system can't digest it effectively. And what happens is it actually sticks to your gut walls like glue. Now what happens from there is when you digest food that you've eaten that's healthy for you, your body can't absorb the food effectively. So whether it's fat, protein and carbs, it leads to a sluggish metabolism if you keep consuming the stuff that's harmful to your body. So carbs, wheat, dairy, gluten, lactose, okay? Estrogen is also a huge, calcium milk contains a lot of estrogen, which is processed. And specifically women, obviously, and men. Women, you create a lot of estrogen already in your body, but the problem with that is when you intake more estrogen for your foods, and it's not just milk, it's in plastic bottles, it's in meat, it's in cow milk, well, beef meat, okay? It's packed with estrogen. You've got contraceptive pill full of estrogen again, okay? Unfortunately, what happens with estrogen is your liver, again, has the hard job of cleansing it out. And there's one hormone called, it's a bit of a mouthful, sex hormone binding globulins. Okay, I can't say that in short. But as your liver can't produce that one specific hormone, when this estrogen is running around the bloodstream, the body has to get rid of it. So gents, you store it around your boobs. Ladies, you store it around your hips. So if you find that you're more dominant around your hips and bum area, it's because you consume too much dairy and too many processed foods. Okay. If you store too much weight around your hips, waist for example, it's due to high intake of sugar. Again. Okay. So I'll cover that in a second with more food. So cow's milk. The calcium myth in milk. You have actually more calcium in a head of broccoli than you do in a glass of milk. You have more calcium in watercress, a cup of watercress, than you do in a glass of milk. Okay. A lot of the milk that we buy today is pasteurised. You know what that is? Where it's heated and it's processed. And before that milk is actually taken from the udder, that cow that's been fed is been fed with pro-hormones, artificial flavours, preservatives, paracetamol, okay, agents that fatten it up. And that's not actually good for you, is it? I mean, we take it, it's not good for us, so it's not good for the cow. Cows have 4 stomachs? They digest that crap 3-4 times and then make it to milk. And whatever goodness is left in that milk is then pasteurised and then stripped completely and then put on the shelves for us to drink. And imagine your body trying to digest that. That's why it sticks to your gut walls, reduces your metabolism, and it makes you gain more weight in the long run. Okay, so where do the cows get the calcium from? What do cows eat? Grass. There you go. So that's what I'm saying. Fresh vegetables, you're going to get much more calcium from it. Okay. A couple of questions I had a couple of weeks ago about their kids, for example. Where should my kids get their calcium from? Fruit and veg. We have for millions of years through hunting, gathering, and getting food from the wild. Okay, to do it now, we don't have to trust NHS or trust what it says on the label. Okay, eat natural, eat healthy.